The end of the multiverse won't begin with an explosion. It'll begin with a paradox. A single event, Kang's defeat, will set off a chain reaction the Avengers never saw coming. Because when you kill a being who exists across all timelines, you don't just end his life, you shatter reality itself. Remember He Who Remains at the end of Loki Season 1? He warned that killing him would unleash infinite Kangs, each one worse than the last. And that's exactly what happened. By the time Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, 2026, ends, the heroes won't have truly defeated Kang. They'll have broken the very timeline that kept the multiverse stable. Each Kang variant, Ramatut, Immortus, Iron Lad, even the Scarlet Centurion, will fight for dominance. And their war will rip the fabric of time apart. Entire universes will collapse into one another. Heroes will vanish. Realities will bleed together. That's when Secret Wars begins. The TVA, what's left of it, will sound the final alarm. Reality is imploding from every direction. Doctor Strange will sense it first, his dreams filling with flashes of collapsing worlds and familiar faces long gone. Tony Stark, Natasha, Steve Rogers, all echoing like memories that refuse to fade. And somewhere in the chaos, a power beyond comprehension stirs. A being watching the destruction unfold, not with fear, but with opportunity. The multiverse dies, but Doctor Doom lives. Rumors point to Secret Wars, 2027, introducing Doom as the true successor to Kang's throne. While the Avengers battle the collapsing timelines, Doom seizes power from the chaos itself, using the same Beyonder technology that once created the Secret Wars in the comics. In the MCU, this tech could come from the remains of He Who Remains Citadel, or even from the quantum realm where Kang's empire began. Either way, Doom will do what no one else can, save what's left of the multiverse by controlling it. As universes collide, we'll see variants of every major hero pulled into one broken reality. Imagine this lineup: Tom Holland's Spider-Man fighting alongside Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield again. Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, meeting Deadpool in chaos straight out of Deadpool 3. Reed Richards from Fantastic Four, 2025, confronting Doom, his greatest enemy. Scarlet Witch, reborn from the multiverse, facing the truth of what she's done. Doctor Strange and Loki, the only ones who truly understand what's happening. And in the middle of it all, a new Avengers lineup, led by Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, and maybe even a variant of Iron Man. The MCU will use Secret Wars to bring every era of Marvel into one apocalyptic stage. Every universe, every hero, every choice, colliding into one final story. The word incursion, first introduced in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, is key here. It's when two universes collide, destroying both unless one survives. By 2027, incursions will be happening everywhere. Earth 616, the main MCU, will collide with other Earths, one of them likely being the Fox X-Men universe, another being the Raimiverse Spider-Man world, and possibly even Sony's Venomverse. Doom will use this chaos to his advantage. He'll find a way to merge the worlds instead of letting them die, creating a new, patchwork planet, Battleworld. This is where the MCU will truly echo the comics. Doom will gather the fragments of destroyed realities, X-Men territory, Wakanda, the quantum wastes, the Asgardian ruins, and forge them together under his rule. Every hero and villain will awaken, confused, in their own slice of this new world. No one remembers how they got there. Only that Doom is God. His throne will sit atop the White Castle, a monument of fallen timelines, guarded by variants of Thor's acting as divine enforcers. The MCU will introduce the Thor Corps, the House of M, and the Council of Reeds, all key pieces of Battleworld's hierarchy. And while Doom rules, the Resistance will form in the shadows, led by Doctor Strange, Reed Richards, and possibly Wanda Maximoff, the only ones who know the truth. This world isn't real. It's a cage built from memories. But here's the twist. Doom won't be the final villain. Because in the heart of Battleworld, hidden beneath his throne, lies the being whose power created this chaos in the first place, the Beyonder. In the MCU, The Beyonder could be revealed as a variant of Kang himself, a version who transcended time, absorbed the power of reality, and became something beyond human. He doesn't want control. He wants to see the multiverse tear itself apart. And Doom's Battleworld is just his experiment. The final act of Secret Wars Part 1, yes, expect a two-part film, will end with the unthinkable, Doom confronting the Beyonder, wielding power stolen from every hero on Battleworld. He'll defeat the Beyonder, but at a cost, tearing open the last stable timeline. And in that moment of chaos, a single figure will step through the void, a new face, cloaked in light. The Maker, an evil Reed Richards from another reality, setting up the next saga, the Ultimate Universe Reborn. This is how the MCU resets everything. It's not the end, it's the rebirth. A chance to merge the X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, and Avengers into one unified world, the next era of Marvel storytelling. Because Secret Wars 2027 won't just end a saga, it'll rebuild the MCU itself. When the multiverse finally collapses, there's no light, no color, just silence. Then, a heartbeat. A pulse of cosmic energy ripples through the void. And from the ashes of infinite timelines, a new world is born. This isn't a planet. It's a Frankenstein's monster of reality. Mountains from Asgard, cities from Earth. 838, ruins of Titan, chunks of the quantum realm, stitched together under a new sky. The survivors awaken, scattered across strange lands. Every piece of this world tells a story of a universe that no longer exists. And high above them, floating like a god among the debris, stands Victor Von Doom. His armor shines white, forged from fragments of Kang's temporal core. His mask bears runes carved from the Book of Vishanti, and his eyes burn with something ancient, something divine. The Beyonder's power flows through him now. The man who once sought to rule Earth, now rules everything. In the comics, he was known as God Emperor Doom. In the MCU, he'll be the central figure of the Secret Wars saga. His empire is absolute. His word law. He calls his new creation Battleworld, and each region is a dominion under his control, the Iron Wastes, the shattered remains of Earths where Tony Stark ruled as king. The Deadlands, a nightmare zone filled with Marvel zombies, sealed away by Doom himself. New Asgard, ruled by a Thor variant who worships Doom as a deity. The Kingdom of M, a twisted echo of Wanda Maximoff's House of M reality. Doomstadt, his capital, built from the ruins of Latveria and the Citadel at the end of time. Each land remembers fragments of its past. But only Doom remembers everything. He walks the halls of his throne room like a god haunted by the ghosts of gods before him. He believes this is mercy, that he saved existence itself. But deep down, even Doom knows he didn't create this world. He just stole it. Not everyone remembers the collapse. Some believe this is their world. Others are haunted by dreams, flashes of other lives, other faces. Among them, Doctor Strange, Doom's trusted sorcerer, who secretly doubts everything. Spider-Man, Tom Holland, hunted across the wastes by variants of himself who obey Doom. Reed Richards, alive but imprisoned, his mind fractured by what Doom has done. Wolverine and Deadpool, mercenaries surviving in the Deadlands, unaware they're part of something bigger. Captain Marvel, leading a rebellion in the skies, believing there's something beyond Battleworld. Strange knows the truth. He's seen the cracks in the sky, places where reality still bleeds. He suspects that the Beyonder's consciousness wasn't destroyed, only dormant. And worse, Doom's control is slipping. Whispers spread across Battleworld. A prophecy emerges that Doom's world isn't divine, it's stolen. That somewhere, the truth still exists. Reed Richards becomes the spark. His prison cell becomes a war room. Through stolen technology, he begins constructing a plan, not to defeat Doom, but to remember what came before. Doctor Strange joins him, revealing he preserved fragments of the old timeline, memories of Earth, 616 stored in enchanted relics hidden across Battleworld. Each artifact is a piece of the puzzle, Thor's hammer, Captain America's broken shield, the Eye of Agamotto. even Tony Stark's final arc reactor. Together, these could open a rift, a doorway back. But Doom knows. And when Doom knows, he acts. The God Emperor strikes with fury. The Thor Corps descend from the skies, their lightning splitting continents. Strange sanctuary burns. Reed barely escapes. And the rebellion scatters into the shadows. Doom confronts Strange personally, a moment that will define the film. Doom, I gave them peace. I ended their suffering. Strange, you ended their freedom. Doom, freedom is chaos, Stephen. And I am done with chaos. In a flash of white energy, Doom destroys Strange, or so he believes. But Strange's essence escapes into the multiversal void, carrying Reed's plan with him. The rebellion is wounded, but not dead. Because as the dust settles, one name echoes through the ruins, the Maker. From beyond the veil of Battleworld steps the Maker, an evil Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe, Earth, 1610. Cold, brilliant, and twisted. He looks at Doom not as a god, but as a thief. You think you've built a world. I've built universes. You've stolen scraps. I'll take them back. He brings with him remnants of the Council of Reeds, hyper-intelligent versions of Reed from across the multiverse, each one a genius, each one broken by what they've seen. They form an alliance not out of loyalty, but necessity. To survive Doom, they must first shatter Battleworld's illusion. And so begins the Second Great War. The Maker's arrival destabilizes the balance Doom worked so hard to maintain. The Beyonder's dormant energy begins to awaken again. Strange's echo, drifting through the void, finds its way to the last surviving shard of the original timeline, a place where the Avengers still exist, unaware of what's happened. He sends a final message. The end isn't the end, it's the beginning. That message will find Peter Parker, Doctor Strange, Loki, and maybe even a returning Tony Stark variant, sparking the MCU's final stand. The storm begins with a whisper, a fracture in the air above Doomstadt. And from that fracture, reality bleeds. Skies twist into cosmic flame. Mountains crumble into light. And the Beyonder's voice returns, faint, echoing through every mind on Battleworld. You think you can rule my creation? You think you can be me? Victor Von Doom, the God Emperor, looks up at the sky and smiles. I am not you. I am better. The Beyonder's energy, once dormant, begins to seep through the cracks. Each region of Battleworld, from the Iron Wastes to the Deadlands, starts glitching. Cities flicker between timelines. People vanish and reappear as alternate selves. The Maker stands atop his fortress, watching it unfold. He's calculated every outcome. Every version of Reed Richards he's studied. Every Doom. Every hero. Every god. But one variable remains unpredictable, the human heart. Down below, rebels rise. Spider-Man, battered and bruised, leads survivors through Doomstadt's burning streets. Beside him, Captain Marvel, radiating with cosmic fire. And from the shadows, a portal opens, revealing Doctor Strange, reborn in spectral form. This world's not real, Strange tells them. But if we remember who we were, we can make it real again. They follow him toward the final battle, a march of ghosts, gods, and legends. At the heart of Battleworld stands the Throne of Doom, built from the remains of the Time Variance Authority, powered by Kang's dying temporal core. That's where it ends. Every hero, every villain, every version of themselves converging on one impossible battlefield. The Thor Corps strike first, lightning raining from the heavens. Wolverine tears through armored legions. Deadpool, dual-wielding enchanted hammers, yells, "Okay, now it feels like a crossover." The camera, if this were a movie, would pan across impossible alliances. Venom fighting beside Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Shuri, facing off against a symbiote version of Killmonger, Scarlet, which facing her variant from the Kingdom of M. Reality itself becomes the weapon. The ground shatters into mirror shards, reflecting 1,000 universes at once. And at the center, Doomverses. The Maker. Two of the smartest beings in existence. Two men who could have saved the world, but chose to rule it instead. The Maker moves first, quantum daggers slicing through space-time. Doom absorbs them with his armor, laughing. You are me without ambition, Richards. And you are me without restraint. The Maker snarls. They trade blows that tear holes in the sky. One strike sends shockwaves across continents. Another freezes time itself. But as they fight, Reed Richards, Earth 616, steps forward. Not a god. Not a conqueror. Just a man who wants to fix what's broken. He holds in his hands the relics of the old world. The arc reactor, the shield, the eye of Agamotto. Each one glowing brighter as strange voice whispers through the wind. Remember who you were. Reed activates the device. And for a moment, everything stops. Every hero across Battleworld freezes. Their minds flood with memories. Of Earth, of the Avengers, of love, loss, and sacrifice. Peter Parker remembers Aunt May. Wanda remembers Vision. Loki remembers Thor. Tony Stark, or what's left of him, remembers saying, I am Iron Man. The energy builds until even Doom feels it. No, he screams. I made this world. But Reed steps closer. No, Victor. You stole it. Now it's time to give it back. The relics ignite, merging into a blinding sphere of power. It's the Beyonders energy, reshaped by human will. A perfect paradox, creation born from memory. The Maker lunges to stop him, but Doom hesitates. He could strike Reed down. He could save his empire. But instead, he kneels. Do it, Richards. Are you sure? A god must know when to let go. And with that, Reed unleashes the energy. Light. Sound. Infinity collapsing into one perfect point. Then silence. And slowly, life returns. A new Earth. One where timelines have converged, but harmoniously this time. The X-Men exist beside the Avengers. The Fantastic Four stand at the Baxter Building. Mutants, magic, gods, and science coexist. One unified world. Tony Stark lives again, but different. Wanda walks freely. Loki watches from a distance. And in a quiet lab, Reed Richards opens a notebook labeled Project, Future Foundation. But in the ruins of Latveria, a broken mask lies half buried. A gloved hand picks it up. A whisper follows. Doom is never truly gone. This is the MCU's new dawn, a soft reboot disguised as destiny. Secret Wars ends not with destruction, but with rebirth. It's how Marvel will bring in the mutants, the Fantastic Four, and even new Avengers, while giving closure to the Multiverse saga. The camera pans to the sky. Constellations form shapes, a web, a hammer, a shield, an X. Then the Beyonders' voice returns one last time. You've learned to create. Let's see if you've learned to endure. The stars fade, and the screen cuts to black.